My name is Clara Bennett, and the moment my husband whispered that the bride wasn't who I thought, a chill ran through me. It was a crisp May afternoon in 2023, the foothills of Boise, Idaho, framing the rustic barn where my brother Ethan's wedding unfolded. I was 33, a meticulous woman with a knack for historical research and a quiet resilience, married to Owen Bennett, a thoughtful software developer for 7 years. Ethan, 29, had been my confidant growing up, his sudden engagement to a woman named Lila 6 months ago a surprise to our tight-knit family. The ceremony drew 50 relatives, the air filled with the scent of pine and wildflowers, laughter echoing as toasts began. I stood near the buffet adjusting my dress when Owen leaned in, his voice low. "She's not who you think." He slipped a folded paper into my hand, proof the bride didn't even exist. The room spun, glasses clinking around me, my parents beaming. That night, alone in our hotel room, I unfolded the document, a plan brewing. They were toasting the happy couple, while my husband showed me proof the bride didn't even exist. The revelation was a seismic shock. Ethan and I had shared everything, his teenage rebellions, my college struggles, yet he'd hidden this fiancée Lila until December 2022. She was a poised stranger with a soft accent, claiming a past in Oregon, her stories vague but charming. Owen's unease had grown. Her social media was sparse, her background checks stalled. The paper he gave me was a printout, a missing person report for a Lila Carver, last seen in Portland in 2019, age 28, matching our bride's description. My stomach churned. My parents, Margaret and Tom, adored her, planning the wedding with glee. The betrayal, Ethan's secrecy, Lila's facade, ignited a resolve. I'd uncover the truth, protect my family. I moved to the hotel desk, taking my laptop, diving into research, earning $3,200 monthly from freelance articles. By June 2023, I'd saved $9,000, my focus sharpening with each lead. The journey was exhausting. I balanced research and wedding duties, sleeping 5 hours a night, my eyes strained from late-night searches. I'd built a career digitizing archives, now valued at $70,000 in contracts. The mystery shaped a strategy. I'd investigate Lila, expose her, and safeguard Ethan. I contacted a private investigator, costing $2,500, my savings hitting $11,000 by July 2023. I worked 50-hour weeks, cross-referencing records, earning a $1,800 bonus from a history journal, my determination hardening. Planning my probe took precision. I reviewed wedding photos, Lila's face evasive, her hands gloved. I hired the PI, Marcus Holt, and gathered evidence. No birth records, a fake driver's license trace, Owen's findings. My savings grew to $14,000, and I invested $3,000 in genealogy software, projecting $5,000 returns. I attended a family brunch on August 5, 2023, probing Lila with questions about her past. She deflected, her smile tight, Ethan oblivious. "Where'd you meet?" I asked. "Online," she said, vague. Doubts deepened. Would Ethan believe me? Would Lila retaliate? I pressed on, compiling a dossier. The confrontation brewed. I invited Owen and Marcus to our hotel suite on August 10, 2023, my heart pounding. They arrived, Owen's face grim, Marcus with a thick file. I spread the evidence. Missing person report, forged documents, a blurry photo of Lila from Portland. "She's not Lila Carver," Marcus said. "Likely an imposter, possibly dangerous." Owen nodded. I hacked her email, encrypted, untraceable. I called Ethan, demanding a meeting. He arrived, Lila in tow, her eyes narrowing. "What's this?" he snapped. I showed the file. "She's not who you think." Ethan paled, Lila's composure cracked, but she denied it, storming out. The victory was tense, truth hinted yet fragile. The shift was unsettling. I expanded my research, securing a $4,000 contract with a university for archival work, my savings climbing to $17,000. My career valuation hit $80,000, but the mystery consumed me. Ethan called, furious, defending Lila, but I hung up, their denial a barrier. My parents sent letters, unopened, piling in a drawer. My focus turned to evidence, launching a Hidden Roots blog to crowdsource leads, booking $1,500 in donations. But tension brewed. A local journalist, Rachel Kane, began shadowing me, her questions probing, her tone sly. I uncovered her tie to Lila, old college friends, costing me a $2,000 deal. My phone buzzed with an unknown number. Dig deeper, regret it. I froze. Who was this? Rachel? Lila's ally? The triumph felt precarious, a new threat emerging. I fortified my stance. I consulted a cybersecurity expert, spending $1,500, and gathered data against Rachel. Article drafts, Lila mentions. My blog gained 500 followers, adding $2,000 monthly, my valuation rising to $90,000. I upgraded hotel security, adding $1,200 in cameras. My savings stabilized at $19,000, but the message loomed. A break-in attempt triggered the cameras. 2 figures fled, leaving a torn photo of Lila. The police logged it, but leads were thin. I called Marcus, who warned of personal vendettas or Lila's past. My heart raced. Was this Rachel's doing or tied to a darker secret? The standoff grew. I published a blog post, unveiling the bride, with Marcus's findings pressuring Rachel's network. My income rose to $5,000 monthly, my footing strengthening. But the unknown number texted again. You're close. Stop. A photo followed, my laptop hacked. I shuddered. Who were they? Rachel's crew? Lila's protectors? Standing in the hotel room, the missing person report in hand, I felt Ethan's trust, and a chilling uncertainty. What was next? Hey Revenge Tempest fans. Loving Clara's mystery journey? Smash that subscribe button to join our crew for more thrilling tales. Drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. The hacked photo of my laptop and the ominous text, "You're close. Stop," haunted me as I sat in my Boise hotel room, the foothills silhouette darkening outside the window. The thrill of uncovering Lila's potential imposter status, backed by the missing person report, felt like a fragile lead against this escalating pressure. My fingers trembled as I stared at the screen, the unknown senders warning a stark contrast to the progress I'd made. The police watch on the break-in had yielded little, Marcus Holt's investigation a flickering hope. Who were they? Rachel Kane, the journalist? Lila's hidden allies? My pulse raced, but I steadied myself. My blog, Hidden Roots, earned $2,000 monthly, my savings at $19,000, and my research career thrived with $2,500 monthly from contracts. Yet that chilling message hinted at a deeper danger. I saved the photo, determined to trace its origin, and called Owen, his voice a grounding force. "Keep digging," he said. "We'll protect you." I nodded, plotting my next step. The next morning, I met Marcus at a quiet diner near the Boise River, the scent of coffee blending with my resolve. His stern eyes scanned the hacked image and torn photo. "This is organized intimidation," he said, his pen tapping the table. "Expose it publicly and tighten your security. She's hiding something big." I agreed, my mind racing. I contacted online archivists, launching a truth seekers campaign to crowdsource Lila's past, costing $3,500 and dipping my savings to $15,500. At my makeshift office, hotel desk and laptop, I briefed Owen and a research assistant, the air thick with tension. "We're targeted," I explained, showing the evidence. Their faces set with determination, they committed to the cause. My career valuation hit $100,000, but the stakes rose with every click. My investigation surged. I expanded my research, securing a $5,000 contract with a historical society for a cold case project, and invested $4,000 in advanced tracing software, projecting $8,000 returns. My savings climbed to $17,000, and I upgraded my hotel suite with a secure workspace, its walls lined with maps, working 15-hour days to decode leads. Ethan called, his tone icy, defending Lila, but I hung up, their denial a wall. My parents sent emails, unopened, stacking in a folder. Marcus's update unsettled me. Rachel had been seen near my hotel, her articles hinting at Lila's mysterious charm, and her rivalry with my blog fueled her aggression. "She might have hired help," Marcus said. "But the photo suggests Lila's past is the key." They flashed in my mind, a riddle I couldn't unravel. The pressure escalated a week later. A package arrived, shredded archival notes, a note, "Last warning. No sender." My stomach tightened. I called Owen, who suggested a live stream to rally support. I installed motion sensors costing $2,000 and hired a night guard, a wiry man named Leo. The police analyzed the note, glove marks inconclusive, while Marcus traced the delivery to a drop-off near Rachel's office, but the courier claimed cash, the trail ending. Paranoia crept in, every knock a potential threat, yet I refused to yield. I capitalized on the blog's buzz, launching a Lila Unveiled webinar series that booked $4,000, boosting my income. Rachel contacted me, calling from a blocked number, her voice sharp. "Clara, you're stirring trouble," she hissed. "Drop it." I hung up, but curiosity gnawed. Marcus dug deeper, uncovering Rachel's ties to a private investigator, Greg Norris, who'd worked missing persons cases in Portland, Lila's alleged hometown. "They might be covering for her," Marcus warned. I confronted Rachel at a neutral park, Leo nearby. "Why protect her?" I demanded. She smirked. "You're poking a hornet's nest." I left, her words a warning, but Greg's involvement hinted at a broader secret. I mounted a counteroffensive. With Owen's help, I streamed the webinar presenting Marcus's findings, fake IDs, missing person links, drawing 1,000 viewers. I boosted my research, securing a $7,000 contract with a genealogy firm, pushing my valuation to $120,000. The firm's security monitored my suite, easing my nerves. But the tension mounted. A webinar was crashed, audio distorted, a Greg business card left behind. The police linked it to the PI, but evidence was thin. I called Marcus, who suggested a family angle given Ethan's ignorance. The stream gained traction. I compiled evidence. Marcus's reports, the note, Rachel's articles, footage. Working late to refine it, my suite lit by a desk lamp. Greg offered a $6,000 bribe to halt the webinar. "Back off," he pressed over a tense call. "No," I told Owen. "I want the truth out." The next live event arrived, a virtual haul of 1,500. Rachel glared as I revealed the missing person report, Greg's card. The chat exploded, viewers rallied, and Rachel's credibility faltered. Greg vanished, his influence waning. As I signed off, Rachel muttered, "They'll bury you." That night my phone buzzed again, same unknown number. "You've aired it. Now run." A photo followed. My suite, a figure at the window. I froze. Who were they? Greg's network? Lila's past? The victory felt fragile, a new enemy surfacing. I called Marcus, who promised intensified surveillance. My truth was spreading, but the danger was close. The figure at my suite window and the menacing text, "You've aired it. Now run," haunted me as I stood in my Boise hotel room, the foothills quiet, a stark contrast to the storm within. The victory of exposing Lila's potential imposter status, backed by the Lila Unveiled webinar, felt like a hollow win against this looming threat. My breath caught as I replayed the photo, the unknown sender's warning a chilling echo of my progress. The police surveillance on Greg Norris's involvement had slowed. Marcus Holtz leads a flickering beacon. Who were they? Greg's network? Lila's hidden past? I dialed Owen, my voice firm despite the dread. "Find them," I said. "They're too near." He promised relentless support, his tone steady. The truth was mine. Rachel Kane discredited, my research celebrated, but danger shadowed every step. The next day I met Marcus at a secure library in downtown Boise, the scent of old books grounding me. His furrowed brow studied the window photo and distorted audio file. "This is escalated intimidation," he said, his fingers tracing the figure. "Go public with everything and fortify your base. Lila's secret is the key." I nodded, my mind racing. I contacted online communities, planning a truth summit to consolidate evidence, costing $6,000 and dipping my savings to $11,000. At my suite, I briefed my team, Owen, a new assistant, a tech specialist, in the workspace, the air charged with purpose. "We're hunted," I explained, showing the evidence. Their faces steeled, but they rallied, vowing allegiance. My research career earned $6,000 monthly, a testament to my rise, but peril loomed. I spent $7,500 on advanced security, drones and locks, reducing my savings to $3,500. Safety became my shield. Marcus's first update came that evening. He tailed Greg to a meeting with a shadowy group, the Pacific Network, a Portland-based syndicate linked to missing persons cases. "They're protecting Lila," Marcus said. "Her past ties to them, possibly a witness protection cover, threatens their operations." I shared it with Owen, who cross-checked with a hacker friend, confirming encrypted ties. Meanwhile, I dove into work launching a Roots Revealed podcast series, booking $12,000 and earning $7,000. My savings rose to $7,000, my career valuation reaching $150,000. Ethan called, frantic about Lila's disappearance, but I hung up, his pleas a burden. The threat cast a shadow over my success. A second message arrived days later. Burned research notes with "End it" scrawled in charcoal, slid under my door. No prints. The police upgraded the case to a threat assessment, assigning a detective, but progress was sluggish. I called Owen, who suggested a live reveal to pressure the network. I agreed, drafting a statement with Marcus. "From wedding shock to truth seeker, I face a syndicate's wrath. I won't stop." The summit, held virtually, drew 2,000 attendees. My voice shook as I presented the missing person report and Greg's card, but I stood tall. The story broke. Researcher exposes bride mystery, boosting my bookings to $14,000 monthly, though the risk intensified. Marcus's next report unveiled the depth. He traced the unknown number to a burner phone linked to the network's enforcer, a man named Victor Hale with a history of silencing witnesses. "Ethan might be a pawn," Marcus said. "Lila's using him for cover." I tensed, the stakes soaring. I rallied the summit community, forming a Truth Alliance to counter the network, enhancing my support. I fortified the suite, adding $5,000 in biometric locks and a sixth guard. My savings dipped to $2,000, but the team's morale held. I trained them in digital security, turning the space into a fortress. The sabotage probe gained momentum. Owen uncovered emails. Victor ordering Greg to disrupt my webinar, costing me $6,000 in repairs. I reported it to the police, who raided a network safe house, seizing devices. Ethan called, desperate. "Clara, Lila's gone. Help." I hung up, his plea await. My parents texted, begging clarity. I met Mom at a park, recording her confession. "We knew Lila was odd, but Ethan loved her." I passed it to Marcus, adding family pressure to the case. The network's influence dipped, losing 45% of its local grip. Victory reshaped my world. My savings hit $25,000 with new contracts. $16,000 monthly from the podcast, $9,000 from a documentary deal. My career valuation soared to $200,000. I moved to a foothills cabin, its study a sanctuary after months of chaos. I hosted a team celebration, toasting with cider under starlight. But the peace shattered when a package arrived, unsealed, no sender. The window photo, a new note. "You've won a battle. War's next." No signature. My blood ran cold. Marcus traced it to a dead-end account. The police suspected Victor's elite, but proof was elusive. I hired a security firm, spending $8,000 to protect my legacy. The threat persisted. A drone hovered near my cabin one night, retreating when guards intervened. My blog was hacked, a video file, a masked figure saying, "Your truth ends here." The police formed a task force, but leads lagged. I channeled fear into my work, launching a Legacy Archives Foundation, funded $30,000, turning adversity into purpose. The documentary contract grew to $11,000 monthly. I outlined a book, unveiled bonds, working late to structure it. Yet the mastermind eluded me. One afternoon, reviewing footage, a figure lingered near the cabin, too blurred to identify. Marcus enhanced it, suggesting Victor, possibly with network backup. The police interviewed me for 7 hours, mapping Pacific ties, but the leader remained a ghost. I added $7,000 in perimeter defenses. My savings stabilized at $30,000, but the vigilance cost weighed. Standing on my porch, the foothills aglow, I felt a bittersweet win. Ethan was free, Lila vanished, but the war, in that note, loomed. Was it Victor's crew? Family tie? I sipped coffee, the dawn breaking, but that masked figure's promise lingered. What was next? Only time would tell. Hey, Revenge Tempest fans. Clara's quest from wedding shock to truth warrior is unforgettable. Loved it? Smash that subscribe button and join our crew. Drop a comment and tell us where you're watching from.